Hi, this is Attila16 and this is a video of Wargame Airland Battle. In this case I will be presenting a Czechoslovakia deck and I will explain the rationale around it as well as illustrating it to you in action by showing a live game of it. So let's start with logistic. I use a VSOT64AR2, which is a mobile command vehicle. It's more mobile than the UAZ, so it gets there faster. It's very practical to capture a zone faster than your enemy. Also, it doesn't have a gun, so it won't reveal its position using that gun. I mostly use it because it's mobile. It has a little armor which make it able to withstand a few enemy fire, but not much. But it's fast, so that's why I use it. Then I use the Colossus for supplies. This vehicle can carry 2,000 liters of fuel, so it's very effective to bring only one and you'll be able to resupply quite a few of your troops. I use two groups of them because you can only have 6 per card, so you want more than that. Then I use an FOB because everybody should have an FOB. If it's not for you, it's for your team, so you need at least to deploy one, and especially if the game lasts long, you will need it. Okay, then infantry. I use the Conquer, which has a range of 2.6 km. It's also a unit which has a larger amount of infantry than most ATGM unit. I use the transport Vidra because first of all it has some armor too in the front and side, so that make it able to withstand a few shots, as well as having an autocannon of 30mm, which has a range of 1.7 km and against ground unit, and 1.5 against chopper. This is a very effective transport to shoot both land and air units like chopper, but it's mostly good against light vehicle. So against tank maybe not, but light vehicle it's good. Then I use those close quarter combat troops here, which are called VSAT carry, I suppose. And this is a close quarter combat, so you use this initially to capture towns. I use them with the Mi-25, which is the ideal chopper to make a rush at the beginning. So you bring them in quickly, you land them into the town, and you'll be able to hold it for a while until the rest of your army comes by. I use them with maximum veterancy, same with the Conquerors, and that means I only have 8 of them, which is enough. So this is only a temporary unit you use only to capture early on the enemy territory, actually the towns. Then I use PLRRK Strela 2 with OT64C as a transport. This is a good complementary unit, especially against chopper, because infantry is harder to spot. The transport is really mobile, and it has a few missiles which make them able to harass enemy vehicle. It's not particularly resistant, but it's good enough for the task at hand, which is to bring anti-air as fast as possible to a specific location. I use this unit with maximum amount of veterancy, so 2 groups of them, and this is mostly a unit which I'll use against chopper, so particularly good against plane. Then I use Motostrelski or C, I don't know. This is your main battle infantry, so you can use them for every purpose as long as it's close range fight. I use them with minimum amount of experience because I think I rely much more on the Vidra 2, which is a proper fighting machine. So when you combine the two, it's an effective unit which can have in large number, so it's perfect to fill any gap. Then support, I use the Dana, which is ideal to destroy any anti-air or light vehicle that you want to make disappear from the map. I use only 2 of them because I don't really rely much on artillery. I will only call in this unit to be able to destroy potentially key enemy units that are breaking or stopping my advance. Then I use the Strobe 2 anti-air. This unit is not radar guided in any way, so that make it ideal to move around and close to the enemy. Although you don't have many of them, only 6, even with the minimum amount of experience, so it's kind of risky. Also, the enemy will prioritize their destruction, so it's all about moving quickly around with the speed of 100 km/h off-road. So the gun is very good against chopper. The missile are okay for the rest, and this is a unit that you only use carefully as the battle progress. So that's why I use them. Then I use the OSA AKM, which is a very good replacement for the Cub, because this one has a fast rate of fire of 18 rounds a minute. The range is actually 3.1 km, which is good enough. And then it's bad against chopper, but this is a unit you bring in when you need to shut down enemy planes. I think it's better than the Cub, to be honest. Then I use the PLRKS10M, which is an amazing anti-air, really fast rate of fire. It's infrared guided, so seeing mission won't destroy it. It's good against chopper, good against airplane, good accuracy. It's good on every aspect, essentially. It's just that you only have 4 of them, which is not much. So you will have to rely, well, to use them very carefully. But if you're quick enough and you target personally the enemy planes, you might be able to destroy them faster than they are able to drop their bombs. So that's a good unit. Here is my main anti-air, which is the PLRK5, well actually S1M, which is a BRDM with infrared missile on top. This unit is amazingly fast. It goes at 100 km/h off-road. It's ideal to surprise your, well, the enemy chopper. It can also shoot on the move like the previous unit as well, or the strobe as well. So this is a unit you hide in the forest, and when needed, you bring them out quickly, shoot down whatever chopper are around, and then pull them back. You move all the time with these because they are very weak, so enemy planes will likely destroy them. But if you are on the move, they will be probably your best friend, and in this case I use them with the maximum amount of veterancy, making them very deadly. You need to keep some supplies nearby because they only have 4 anti-air units, anti-air missile, but this unit is the best anti-air unit, I believe, for the price. Also, it's only 30 points. Okay, then tank. I use the T72M1M, which is equivalent probably to a T80 in terms of value for the Czech Republic. And the missile is really good. The cannon is really good as well. Front armor is very good. Top armor, make it, it's 4, so it's able to withstand a couple of airstrike. If you're careful with this unit, you can keep it during all the battle and kill an enormous amount of enemies, including Abrams, Leopard, everything. It's an amazing tank, but you need to use it carefully. That's why I use it with veteran level of experience, which give me only 4 of them, but I manage usually to keep them during all the battle. It's just a matter of keeping them very safe from enemy air units, but for the ground stuff it's able to kill everything. Okay, then T72M1CZ. This is very similar to the previous unit. It's a little weaker on many aspects, but this is a very reliable main battle tank. It's perfect to do any offensive action, as well as supporting your infantry. I use them with maximum veterancy level. I use 2 groups of them, and this is a very reliable force. Also, since they are not as good as the previous unit, you can afford to lose them. So they are a good complementary force to receive all the punishment, as opposed to your previous unit, which is more expensive and valuable. Then you have the T62CZ, which is actually a T62 which is better than most T62 available in the game. It's also very cheap, 35 points, and as a result of this, this is an ideal tank for close quarter combat, for defending specific area, as well as attacking in large number area which might be defended by ATGM units, so I recommend it for that. It's a unit which you expect to lose, essentially. Then OT65A Vidra. This is a good unit to clear out forests if you help it with infantry. It has a cannon which is, well, actually recoilless rifle, I should say, which is good against infantry because of the HE power here, and it's very mobile, so it's good recon for that. But it's really a unit you use to clear forests with the infantry. Then MI2, nothing to say about this one. It's simply a chopper for recon purpose. It's useful to have. Every army should have one, but this one is nothing particular. It's just a useful tool to have. Then I use those specialists here with an MI25. This is a unit of recon which goes at 33 km on foot. So with the chopper, it's very good to sneak around. The chopper itself is a reliable force both against chopper and land units. Although the infantry is ideal to sneak around, so maybe land them where nobody sees you and then you scout around with the infantry. You can easily go kill stuff in the back with this, but make sure that the chopper doesn't get shot down with the infantry in it, because if it crashes, both units will be dead. So because they are not numerous enough to survive the crash. Okay, then BRDM into vehicle. BRDM 2 Conquers, very good range for the missile, so it's ideal to shoot the enemy from afar. So if you have an open field, you deploy this into a forest or some cover, and it will be able to shoot down enemy incoming vehicle at a fast rate overall. Also, I use them with maximum veterancy, which only gives me 3 of them. But once the enemy is close up to cannon range, those units don't stand a chance. So that's why I will probably recommend you to only use them early when the enemy is coming, and then you pull back as the enemy is getting in range. Chopper Mi-35, similar to the previous troop transport. It's just that this one has a very good missile, good anti-chopper cannon here, useful for defensive purpose mostly. You can attack with it, but I think it's best to probably defend. Okay, then in terms of planes, I use the L29R Delphin, which you have 3 of them. It's 30 points to call in, so it's pretty cheap overall. It's so cheap that it's worth using. The bombs can kill stuff, not much though, but it's a good recon force, I guess, for plane. If you want to see if there's a lot of enemy anti-air around, you call this in, and also the bombs are good enough to kill most enemy anti-air. Then I use the L39ZA Albatros. This is an interesting new unit in the game, and this one has very good bombs like the previous version here. But the difference here is that this one has missile and also autocannon here, which the other one has. No, it doesn't have it. But the speed is slow, so this makes it actually very good against chopper. So even though it's a bomber, I use it against chopper. And it costs you 60, which is less than usually enemy chopper cost, so that make it the ultimate Czechoslovakia chopper killer. And even if you lose it, you kill more than you lose, so that's good enough for me. And if you survive, well, you can even bomb stuff after, so good deal. Su-22M4. This is similar to the Norwegian F-16. They have 1,000-pound bombs, 2 of them, and this is extremely deadly against large concentration of vehicle as well as infantry in building. It's perfect to make a hole into the enemy line, so it's good for that. It's kind of slow though, so you will likely lose it. But if you're careful, you might survive using it and inflict large amount of damage. Then I use the Su-25. The Czech version only has rockets. It doesn't make them weaker. It's a very strong rocket, all things considered, with 14 HE power, which make them very deadly against anything essentially, and the cannon remain very good as well. So this is a unit you only call in when you're sure that there's not much anti-air around. And when you use it, it can kill pretty much every tank that the enemy can throw at you. So this is a very good unit. Then MiG-21 BIS. This is the ultimate balanced fighter of the pack, I believe. It has a good medium range missile, acceptable short range missile, a cannon. It's very fast, so good interceptor. And with this plane you're able to deal with pretty much every enemy planes around, and if you're careful with it, it will even survive. So this is a very good plane. So this is it for the Czechoslovakia deck, and now we'll go see how it works in action. So take a good look at how it is now, and now let's show you how that works. Middle right side, I will start by deploying a couple of Mi-25, so 4 group of them with infantry in them, which I will use to go capture Ed. Then actually I will deploy 2 group of fast mobile anti-air, which are infrared, so nobody will be able to destroy them without seeing them. Then I will deploy, well, considering the situation, I will deploy some T-72 here. But actually, I might not even do that. No, let's not deploy this yet. I will rely on the speed of my command vehicle to reach Leonid. And from there, I will spawn in my tank. And I will have to hope that nobody does it before me. Okay, so I think I don't think there's anything else I can do for now, so we'll see. So here we go, we're on the move. So with those Mi-25 which have pretty good infantry in them, I will say the elite of my infantry, they will go in and block that road there. So I will deploy them to essentially stop any attempt from reinforcing using that road, which is the most direct one that the enemy can use to attack this position. Now sadly I don't have any chopper that can, or infantry with ATGMs, so that will be a close quarter fight. But with my Mi-25 I should be able to put up a good fight. Now I'm completely ignoring this zone right now, and that's because I really want to focus my attention on there. I will perhaps call in some help here, so that if somebody have the resources, he can call in a command vehicle and capture that zone. Now the thing is that with Mi-25 you'll be very effective against enemy chopper. They have a very good gun to engage enemy chopper. They don't have particularly amazing anti-tank missile, but you know, you can survive still with it. So let's unload my troops here. Now I don't really have a good angle over there, so I don't really see what's going on there. But I know as a fact that they know what's going on here. So I'll land in my troops now. I will move in my command vehicle in there. I have my anti-air, which are coming here. I'm moving my Mi-25 to verify or make sure that nobody intercept me on that side. And actually, if there's nobody intercepting me on that side, I might even push further and go destroy whatever is there. Do we have a command vehicle? Yeah, we do. Oh, there's some anti-air there, I believe. There's also a Kiowa. Yeah, I think I'll just keep going there. I will try to sneak around. This is kind of dangerous, but it's worth a try. So I'll deploy these. Deploy these. Like this. And now by sneaking behind like that, I hope to be able to do something about it. Well, if I cannot destroy the enemy command vehicle, which is likely hidden here, I might as well go over there and force them to spawn stuff. They seem to have a few infantry deployed here. A lot of FOBs here, which means that they expect a long fight. Now they don't seem to be able to do anything interesting here. Okay, let's kill those. Well, I'm probably risking my chopper for nothing. Yeah, that's probably for nothing. I just need to kill the enemy command vehicle here. I won't make it, most likely. But I seem to be keeping the airplane quite buzzy. But sadly, no effect. Okay, so let's build up my defense here. That's the place where I'm supposed to invest myself. So I'll do so. I will make a kind of a symbolic defense made of infantry here, followed by probably a better defense made of ATGM here, which will cover the entire area. Here I will deploy some vehicle on the edge of the forest to have a good visibility. I will then I will send some recon here, followed by some Motostrelski, which will be complementing my recon there. It will give me a good angle here. Same time, I don't really believe there will be much action on that side. I guess I should send my chopper in the back here. Let's see what's interesting around here. Well, they're pushing, but they're losing a couple of choppers. But at the same time, I should not talk about it. I should lead by example. Okay, so I'm unloading my infantry to the town into a defensive way. I will spread my Vidra transport all around the place to be able to scout or to prevent the enemy scouting from the area. Oh, they actually do have a couple of ATGM units in there, so I will get rid of them. There we go. I probably should not expose my troops like that. That's a bad habit. At the same time, these are not particularly expensive units. And the enemy is likely a Milan too, judging by the size of the missiles. So I will carpet bomb this small square there, and I will continue to deploy my stuff here. Now there's a couple of anti-air here. The Delphin are pretty reliable when it comes to scouting. Like this. For anti-air, they are inexpensive and they can do the job. No, there's a Kiowa there. Well, not much going on here. I will destroy the Kiowa. That seems to be the priority at the moment, because they are seeing my good troops here. Okay, let's move my infantry into those buildings over there. Okay, there's a lot of anti-air here. Fortunately, I didn't manage to kill the enemy chopper. It cost me 60, but the enemy chopper was better, so it's a good trade-off in my favor. I'll call in more conquerors. I will secure that forest. Well, here I will pull back my recon. Interesting. A Kiowa which is exposing itself. I will kill it. I'm calling in another Albatross. And the thing is that this version of the Kiowa actually has Hellfire, which are really dangerous. But oh, and you can see that it gives you 110 when you kill it. So I seem that I won't need to waste my Albatross. Now you can see the value of those fast-moving BRDM. They are very mobile, and they are able to take action against enemy chopper. It's just that you'll need to expose them. Well, not much action. I barely killed anything. I will kill that gazelle. It will cost me my Albatross, but I need to prevent the enemy from having a good angle on anything. Okay, let's see the deployment of my troops in this town. All positions are occupied. Okay, well, that Albatross lost his target. And is attracting the attention of a tornado, which is missing it. Sadly, it did damage my Albatross, which is unfortunate. I guess that's... I will deploy one unit of anti-air here. Anti-air infantry. I will also deploy a couple of anti-air here. That last episode kind of revealed a potential flaw in my protection. My Vidra is suppressing a few Scorpion light tank. It's not what I will call an amazing enemy unit, but in a single hit and it killed them. Okay, let's move forward. Let's destroy this one. Now you can see that the OT64 can be useful. It's not a particularly expensive troop carrier. I have a tendency to use them for anti-air, but because they are very mobile. So yeah, I don't really see what's shooting me in there. That's a Challenger, dangerous. Okay, I did put my anti-air infantry in there, so they're safe. I can pull back my vehicle. There's no point risking them. Now what I could use is a recon here. It's mostly to scout what kind of enemy opposition there's in there. Now they seem to have a large amount of troops there. So what I'll do is I'll move my Vidra forward. I'll move my T-72 very near them. I will bring in more OSA, which are reliable defense against airstrike. Now there's some enemy infantry in there. So let's see. I think some of my T-72 did fire on those Challenger. Okay, so that we now know that there's at least one anti-air over there. My recon took the bullets for somebody else, so that's a good thing. Let's see, what's this? Okay, Challenger 1. I think I will get some spacing. This will allow me to reduce the amount of damage. At the same time, that force them to move. But my T-72 are taking some damage. I will need to fix that. Can they actually fire missile from here? Okay, nice. That's one less Challenger. Okay, let's kill those Falcon over there. Okay, I'm taking too much risk now. I will pull back my T-72. Okay, let's shoot again on those Falcon. I seem out of range of the Challenger 1. There we go. Pulling back again. This way I will fix my tank. I guess what I could do here is probably an infantry attack on that position. That could be interesting. And I will also bring my anti-air closer. So while I fix those tanks, I will be able to advance again. Oh, there's a big push there. I think I will actually help out by calling some T-62. Now about the chopper here. There we go. There's also a big push here. Big surprise. I'll pull back my OSA here. And the Vidra is providing great assistance. What is this? Yeah, we'll pull back my OSA further. It seemed to be quite a push. Okay, let's call in some melee as well. Yeah, they're forcing me to expose my flank on my T62. Okay, on this side, it seems under control. I will say that's this is one very bad push. Okay, I will try to destroy those challenger because they are dangerous. Okay, so I have some Mi-35. We'll move them into a better position. Okay, well, seems that they did two push at the same time, and it proved to be pretty deadly for them. I'll move my infantry Motostrelski back into those positions here. There's a Lynx too here, dangerous stuff. I will pull back my T-72 because they are clearly targeted. And I destroyed their chopper. It was fairly quick. Now let's call in more Motostrelski and I will counterattack. So let's advance forward. I will advance with my scout as well. And the thing is that having infantry and Vidra is a good combo because the infantry is very reliable to spot the enemy, while the Vidra is really good at shooting them down. Okay, so that's one challenger down. Let's advance toward that. I think I will call in an airstrike on those Striker because they have a good range. Oh, well, here I will pull back my T-72 again because they need some fixing. Now, some people will completely pull back their forces, but I like to share the fun. So I'll leave some kill to the enemy. You have one group of Colossus which are empty here. I have my Mi-25 here, which I can bring in as reinforcements. So my Albatros hopefully will be able to drop their bombs. Yes, they did. That should kill the Strikers, hopefully. Nope, nothing. So it was a waste. My Mi-35 will kill those Challenger, hopefully. There we go. I will bring in some infantry recon. with chopper in it. That will allow me to scout and advance at the same time. While here, I will actually engage those Challenger in the back. I will shoot these with my T-72. Oh, there's some Chieftain, strong units there. Actually, I have some ATGM units which are still... They were not unloaded yet. So, we'll move. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is quite a small fight. Unfortunately, the Challenger moved on the side, which allowed me to shoot it in the side, which was very good for me. Let's move in my special units. I will pull back my T-72 again. Well, here I wasted my my chopper, sadly. I'm pulling back those T-72 again. It's this time there's two reasons for it. I will it will allow me to rearm them as well as repair them. I guess what I could do now is advance a little with infantry. Oh, these infantry actually has the range to fire rockets at that Challenger. Might actually be able to kill it. Yeah, they did. Very nice. Okay, let's advance with Conquerors while my T-72 are being fixed. Well, here I will just send a Delphin to bombard those infantry over there. Okay, let's re-engage those Chieftain now. Oh, good. Ammo. Now I'm about to go capture that town. Well, not that town, but that forest. The Delphin is slowly making its way toward the target area. And my T-72 should be able to kill that Chieftain soon. Seems to be going well overall in this game, although it's quite a small fight for me. Okay, there we go. I didn't manage to kill this. Now let's climb that hill and see what's over there. Now with those captured vehicles, I will pull them back. There's no point risking them. At the same time, I have a lot of points, so I will call in one more T-72. We'll call in a lot of T-62. Also, there's enemy planes around the place, which does mean that I should probably reinforce my entire presence, so I'll bring in strobe 2. While here, I will move my Conqueror closer. The thing about Thunderbolt is that they need to see their target to shoot them. So if you hide well, you're fine. I will move some Motostrelski toward that position there, because I know that there's some stuff in there which I want dead. Oh, that's expensive stuff in there. Fusilier. No, I did damage the A10, not enough though. I guess with my T62 I will go capture that position, which is defended by TGM units. Okay, that's strange. Oh, they destroyed my strobe. Okay, these were actually Strike Eagle. Well, they're doing well, I guess. It's just that, as you can see, I don't have much on tire. I need to destroy whatever is in this because they have an angle on me, which does allow them to target me. So I need to get rid of that. So I have my infantry coming in. My T62 coming in. Also have some Conquer, which I'll be able to use to reinforce this position defensively. Okay, there we go. SAS destroyed. There's some anti-air that were there. Okay, how about moving over there? For scouting purpose. Seems that the Nighthawk was destroyed there. What is this? It was a Nighthawk strike on I don't know what. I think what I need now is to reinforce this area with infantry, which will allow me to take that position without exposing expensive troops. It will also allow me to bring some anti-air. I guess I'll bring in some infantry anti-air. And I will move in my infantry from there. I'll move my OSA into a better defensive position against plane, which will mean that they will be able to intercept the enemy earlier. Okay. A couple of warrior on that side. Now we're about to win by a large margin. Now the thing is that there's some enemy anti-air, so I cannot bring in my reliable chopper to win the battle. Okay, I have my T62, which I can use to make a side attack here. Okay, the game is over. So, ranked up to level 29. But let's see how well it went. 4,000 and 2,500 loss. So 4,000 kill. And you can see here that my T72 were the main element of my fight. And Matostrelsky did good as well against the weird push there was. But yeah, that was a good game. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope this is a good illustration of how to use each unit of your Czech deck, in this case. And tell me what other type of deck you would like to see, and I'll see you on the next video.